use your God power to get everything you ever wanted and live the life of your dreams. The Master's Course. Copyright 2010 by Richard Lee McKim Jr. All rights reserved. Let the quest for knowing begin. Here is an illustration of the two main resonant groups, the good and the bad. Okay, let's take a look at this. We got a lot of information here. Main thing you want to get from this illustration is that you've got the beneficial things and the things that you don't want. You got the good, wanted, beneficial. You got the bad, unwanted, detrimental. Now, you pick out anything on either side, and if you resonate with anything on these lists, or related to these lists, on either side, you're going to be resonating with everything on that side. If you're feeling good, happy, and content, then your growth and nourishment, and got proper cell division, you got your disease resistant, you remember things from your past that were good, everything's working out, life is a learning experience, and it benefits me now. You notice everything that is good, opportunities, abundance, jobs, friends, trust, and faith. You imagine in the future everything being good. Everything looks good. Things that will even be better. Looking forward to it. But if you're feeling bad or unhappy, then your cells are starving. You got immune system is down. You got potential sickness and disease. When you think about your past, you're remembering things that weren't too good, things that harmed you, and even now you notice them. When you're thinking about your present, you notice everything that is bad. You got bad. You got lack, you got not enough, there's no jobs, there's enemies, no trust, no faith. And when you're thinking about your future, you're imagining it being bad. Things look bad, are going to get worse, not looking forward to it. This is an excellent, excellent illustration. Here it says anything that is resonating on the green side, the good side, resonates with everything on the green side. Anything that resonates on the red side, the bad side, resonates with everything on the bad side. Have you noticed that it seems like everything comes down to, remember, we're in a relative universe. Einstein proved it in his theory of relativity. Everything is relative. Have you noticed that everything comes down to two groups, the good and the bad, the wanted and the unwanted, the good emotions, the bad emotions, the body's in a growth mode, it's in a protection mode. Have you noticed that everything is in two main categories? That's no accident. We live in a relative universe. It's either going to be good or bad. You're either going to elicit good things from the situation or bad things from the situation, but you're not going to elicit both. You may think about the good things and see the good things, think about the bad things and see the bad things, but they're not going to be at the same time. You're either going to be eliciting beneficial results from the situation or detrimental results from the situation. And it's all based on meaning. Here you got, look at these categories. You got 5 main categories: emotional, body, past, present, and future. In the emotional, you got you're feeling good, happy, and content, or you feel bad, unhappy, and frustrated. Body, you got growth, nourishment, proper cell divisions, disease resistant, or you got protection. Your cells are starving. The immune system's down. Sickness and disease. For your past life experiences, if things are good, you remember everything that was good. Everything was working out. It was a learning experience, and it benefits you now. It was all good. But if you're on the unhappy side, and you think about your past, you're remembering everything that was bad. Nothing worked out. It harmed me. Even now, I still notice how bad it was. In the present, things are good. You're feeling good. You notice everything that is good. You got good job opportunities. You got abundance. You got friends and trust and faith, and things are good in the present. But if you're unhappy, if you're on the bad side, you notice everything that is bad. Things aren't working out. My car's not running. I don't like my job. I don't like my spouse. I don't like my life. Everything's not enough. You don't have enough money. There's no jobs. You got enemies. You got no trust. You got no faith. Nothing seems good. Food doesn't even taste good. The future, if things are good, if you're feeling good, you imagine how great it's going to be. You imagine everything being good. It looks good. Things will be even better. You're looking forward to it. But if you're unhappy, if you're feeling bad on that side of the equation, then you imagine it's going to be bad. It looks bad. Things are going to get worse. Not looking forward to it. It's going to be very unhappy. Let's take a look at some of the benefits of this situation. First of all, on the emotional side, remember, you got that amazing, it's genius. Your emotions, they are your guidance system. If you always think about your emotions, you're going to know which side of the equation you're on. If you're down here thinking about your past and you're remembering about that something was bad, what are you going to feel? It's not going to feel too good, is it? That's going to be your clue as to which side of the equation you're on. If you're thinking about your present and you're noticing that, man, that's a really great thing that just happened, or you know what, I'm glad I got a house, or you know what, this is a pretty good job I've got, or you know what, my spouse is great, or you know what, my life is great. If you notice that you're feeling good, guess what? You're listening everything on this good side. You know that your body is in good shape. You know that if you think about your past, it's going to be good. If you think about your future, it's going to be good. Your emotions are going to tell you which side you're on. So what happens if you're on the bad side? What happens if you're thinking about your past, or you're thinking about your future, or thinking about your present? And you say, and you're not feeling good about it. You say, oh, it's a hard life. It's no good. The economy's bad and things aren't going on. When you recognize that you're having those kind of emotions, what do? You align with it. You fix it and align with it. If you have to, go to the 4-step of alignment. If it's somebody that you haven't got out of your system, that you're mad at, you need to forgive them, go to the 4-step alignment, the 4-step enlightenment, and settle that, solve that, resolve it, get it out of your system. But if you notice you're feeling bad, then do something about it. Say, hey, you know what? I've got a place to live. I've got money. I've got food on the table. I've got this going for me. I've got that going for me. Get on the happy side. Appreciate what you do have. Because the moment you begin to appreciate what you do have, it's a wild thing, but there's a switch. It just suddenly switches. When you start noticing, hey, you know what, at least I got this. You know what, at least I got that. At least, you know what, I'm not in a hospital. I'm not in an emergency room. At least I got good health. And when you begin to think about that, suddenly your present begins to look better. And then your past starts to look better. And you say, well, you know what? That wasn't so bad after all. You know what? I learned some things on that. It's benefiting me now. And you're thinking about your future and you say, you know what? Things are going to work out. As soon as that switch switches, suddenly you're resonating on this side of the equation, and it's eliciting the better view of the past. It's eliciting the better view of the future. It's eliciting a better health situation. It's eliciting happiness and contentment. That's just how it works. It's just amazing that way. But by the same token, you can switch to the other side. You can be thinking about how great things are, and suddenly somebody's name comes up that you remember that you didn't like. You say, man, I don't like that guy or that person, or that was a really bad situation. What happens? That little switch went click. And now you're on this side. Now if you start thinking about your past, you're going to start remembering that it wasn't that great. And if you think about your future, you're going to be thinking, it's not going to be that great. Do you see how when you're either going to be on one side or the other, and your emotions are going to tell you which side you're on? This is an excellent illustration. Excellent illustration. These are the groups, the resonant groups. This is the similarity groups. Things that you want, they're all similar. Things that you don't want, they're all similar. You resonate with anything, any thought, any meaning that's on either side of this equation, you're going to resonate with everything on that side. It's just how it is.
Richard will continue this explanation on the next segment, number 16. Options. Now activating the next video, play options. One moment please. Click on the green arrow to start watching the next video. Or, click on the red arrow to start watching the prior video. Or, click on the tan arrow to go to the main course menu and guide, with links to all course chapters, excerpts, and special reports. Up next, special video options. Click on your choice of course videos, menus, and excerpts. Now switching to the special video options menu and activating the video selection buttons. Click on your selection number to start watching the video. "15 seconds till we switch to the next page with the free download information. Pause the video now if you need more time to review the available selections." This is the end of this course video. Its video number is listed above. To watch the next video, simply click on the next video in number sequence. Thank you.